Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to talk about the subject of arguing. We all argue, and I will argue tooth and nail if I know that it's a fact, especially when spirit comes through or what I'm seeing. But as a human, think about what you argue about. Some things are worth arguing for, I will say that. And I'll be the first one to say it's your principles and things like that. Absolutely, hands down. But then sort out the petty things that really aren't important. My husband taught me that. My husband is a very smart man. I talk about him often because he's probably one of the top 3 of all the people I have ever met in this lifetime that is so beyond smart. Talk about an old soul. My hubby is one of them. He teaches me. And he taught me a long time ago that it doesn't matter to prove to the world who you are sometimes, because who you need to know within you is most important. And I'll tell you something. That's where it got me. Is it more important to have pride and ego, or is it just more important to be good within yourself? You know, I'll tell you, when he first told me that, I remember just thinking about it. And I thought, my gosh. And then I gave birth to my daughter. And I remember when she was about 7 years old, she was in school. And I got a call from her teacher saying that she did not know a specific subject. And I said, that's impossible because she knows it. I know she knows it. She says, Mrs. Rowlen, I think you're in denial on what your daughter knows. And I says, no, because she goes around the house reciting all of this. So I remember going back home, and I remember sitting with my daughter. My daughter did not like this teacher, and she did not like going to school because she didn't like the teacher. And I said, honey, the teacher doesn't think you can do this, and she thinks that you don't know it. And she says, it doesn't matter. And I says, but honey, you have to show her that you do know. And she goes, it doesn't matter. I know. 7 years old. And I said, but honey, she thinks you can't do it. She goes, it doesn't matter. She says, I'm only there for another 6 more months and I'll be done with her. 7 years old. Yep, true story. And I remember just sitting in her bedroom dumbfounded. I didn't know what to say. I said, sometimes you have to show people what you do know. And she goes, you know what, Mom? She made up her opinion a long time ago that I can't do all these things. I said, my God, did you take after your father? You are Daddy's girl. Now, if that was me, I would try to show that teacher what I knew. But look at the personality. Look how different. So, it got me to thinking because I see so many people, whether it's a Zoom, in person, a phone session, the sessions are always the same as far as energy coming through. And so many times I will listen to them and they have an argument, they're telling me this and that and examples. And sometimes I'll say, how important is it for you to be right? Because sometimes it's your peace that you need. So sometimes it's more important to let that person think that they're right and just walk away. I've had debates with people, and when, I always say you can have a debate with somebody, but if somebody is going to be a bully in the debate or be really rude and be very obnoxious in the way that they're trying to make it hurt, you know what? I totally stop. I don't even respond. I won't even look at the person anymore. It's just like, you know what? I is so disconnected, disengaged. There is a way you can debate, but there is a way that I see that people actually pout if they're not being heard and you're not agreeing with them because they have to be right. So think about who you're going to get into an argument. My husband taught me a long time ago of who he doesn't bother to talk to in getting an argument or getting in a deeper discussion. And my husband loves to philosophize, to talk. He's a wonderful listener. He doesn't occupy the conversation that's one-sided. But he taught me a long time ago, he said, Susan, I'm telling you right now, choose your battles in who you're going to talk to and who you're trying to have this conversation with, because some people are just not approachable. Don't waste your energy. Doesn't matter, because you know. That's all that matters. So I thank my husband every day for his wisdom and bringing this to light. Really think about how you're going to argue and what you're going to argue over. And you don't need to have a big ego, and you don't need to have all this pride, because at the end, believe it or not, they're going to see you were right. They may never acknowledge or admit you were right, but they'll know deep down that you were, because you said it from day one. So I guess the moral of the story is know who you are. And that's good enough, as my husband says. All right, so it's food for thought. Pick your battles, because you're going to have more of a peaceful life. And I always say the people that live such a beautiful, peaceful life, oh my God, we need to take lessons from them, starting with my husband. And he has been the biggest example for me in such a profound way, and I am so blessed to have him every day. So for the people that inspire you, please tell them. It's nice to hear. Not that they need to hear it, but you should tell somebody who's been a mentor, who's been a wonderful example, and how you have bettered your life because of this person. Because spiritually, God puts these people in our lives for reasons, and it's to help us, and it's to facilitate what we're supposed to know and to become better. All right? So until next time, subscribe to my social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, more to come. Have a really blessed week. All the best. Bye-bye.